Hey everybody, it's Doris with Meals Made Easy with Doris using Kitcheneez seasoning mixes. I'm going to give a few more seconds or minutes to everybody to get on here, whoever wants to watch. Today I'm going to be making the Kitcheneez cowboy chili, okay? Only, you know me, I like to give it my own little twist. So I'm going to actually make it chili with beans. And I'm going to be using Great Northern and possibly some canned pintos. So what I'm doing here is I had some ground beef that was part of this other big pack of ground beef that was still frozen in the center. So I'm trying to chop it up to get it to thaw. And so what I'm going to do is you're going to add 4 pounds, and this was just a touch over 4 pounds. So I'm adding ground chuck, big pack of ground chuck here. I'm going to add it in this pot, okay? And clean up my mess here. So I'm just going to take my little handy dandy Pampered Chef tool. I can't remember what they call it. This is a neat little gadget to help chop stuff up or separate it in the pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on high. And I'm going to cook my ground beef. Okay, and I'm just going to chop it up in this big old, I think this is like a 5-quart kettle right here. So while I'm doing that, okay, then I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing here. So it tells me to prepare 4 pounds of ground beef, which I use the ground chuck because I can get it cheaper. And if my hair is blowing, I got a fan on me because it's a little warm in here with the stove on here. I've already chopped up 2 onions. Well, actually 1 large onion instead of 2. So here's my onion. And 1 green pepper. And then I've also got a heaping, it says 1 cup of celery chopped up. I've got 1 heaping cup of celery already chopped up. Now something it doesn't say to do, but I'm going to do, is I have little garlic cloves here, and I'm going to add 4 of those. And I got this handy dandy crusher right here. It's also a Pampered Chef, and I'm not promoting Pampered Chef, but I've got so much of this stuff, and it is really handy because it actually takes the peel off for you, so you don't have to fool with getting your hands all dirty. So I'm just going to put my cloves of garlic in there. I like garlic, and this is part of my twist to doing this. I'm going to stir this again. I'll turn my heat down. And I'm going to stir it up because I don't want it to burn. So, hey Vicki, hey Jennifer. Okay, so I'm going with number 3, the clove of garlic here in my little Pampered Chef garlic crusher. Now, like I said, this isn't something that's part of the recipe, but those of you who know me know that I like to make it my own. So let me take the peel out of there. And then this one's number 4. Garlic is actually very good for you. It's good for your blood system, keep your arteries clean, just like with lemon water. So what I'm going to do is take that out. So we're done with that part. I'm going to stir this up. Get my ground chuck to brown here. Turn my heat back up just a little bit. And this is actually the cowboy chili mix, but I'm going to make chili with beans. Okay, so I give it my own little twist there. And I don't have the small little chopped jalapenos or whatever. So, you know, I'm always talking about use what you got. And I've never made this before, so it's just Mel and I. So if it's no good, it's no big deal. But I'm sure it's still going to be good. But what I'm using is a Southern hot chow chow that I'm going to be putting in there, just like a couple of tablespoons, instead of the jalapenos with a little bit of jalapeno juice. Oh, you got that tool, Vicki? It's a great thing, isn't it? So, stirring this up. getting it to cook, get my meat all browned and everything. Now it tells me to put my peppers and onions and celery in there and then drain the grease from the meat, but I'm not going to do it that way. I think it's just a little more complicated because this is going to end up having to cook for a while anyway. So what I'm going to do is, my meat's almost browned, so I'm just going to let it finish up for a few minutes. And how many of you guys know about the difference in the peppers? Give me 1 second because I want to show you something. You probably already know this, but it's kind of cool. Now I've already chopped up the green pepper I'm going to use, but do you know the difference in these green peppers? Just say yes or no. Okay. Okay. This is a male green pepper. It has three little nodules on the bottom. And I'm really not sure about this one. I always say it's probably a little special, but actually this one's a female green pepper because it has more than the three. Okay. So actually one is better for cooking, one's better for eating raw. So that's something that a lot of people don't know because one's just a little sweeter than the other. And male and female, exactly. So that's how they make the baby peppers. Anyway, but a lot of people didn't know this, and for a long time I didn't either. So I just wanted to show you that so that you can, you can Google it or whatever, but one is sweeter than the other from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think the male pepper is sweeter to eat raw, and the female is better to cook with your food and stuff. So I'm going to stick those right over here out of the way. We had some friends from our congregation that came by yesterday that brought a box full of produce. Everybody in our congregation got it. It was a donation from someone, and they don't know who donated it, but everybody in our congregation got a box of green peppers, plums, red onions, cucumbers, apples, potatoes. Oh my Lord, I can't even remember what all. It was a lot of stuff. A lot. It was such a blessing, So, okay, so what I'm going to do now is the ground chuck really isn't, honestly, with the ground chuck, it is lean, so lean. I don't really need to drain it. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and add my onions and my peppers. Let's just add those in there. Try to use it all. Try not to have any waste. So, and then I'm going to add my celery. And I'm just going to stir this around. Okay. Now this has an actual kind of a neat ingredient. So it says do all of that, and then what we're going to do is add the remaining ingredients. And bring it to a boil, and then I'll have to let it sit and simmer for about 3 hours. So what I'm going to do is I have a can of tomato paste here, but I got the ones with basil, garlic, and oregano in it. I'm always doing something different. I have a small can of tomato sauce right here, and then I have a can of the petite diced tomatoes. And let me see, because you're going to be surprised. This actually says to add a half a cup of beer. All right. I don't drink it, but I guess I can cook with it. So I had Melvin go out, and he gets the rest of it. So I'm going to add, pour me out a half a cup of beer right here. Look, I promise I don't think we'll get a DUI for eating this, okay? So we should be good. I don't know who else is on here, so if you're on here, please say hi. Let me know you're on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, because like I said, I do not have the small little jalapenos with the juice, so I'm just using what I have, okay? That's all I can say, is just use what you got. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking 2 tablespoons of this relish, and this is hot. And this is from the, I think it's from the Amish folks up here. I get it either at the Hawks Produce Market up here, or either at the Foothills Meat Center. They sell a lot of the stuff. And then there's the Amish store in Huntersville. This is a real Amish store. It's kind of cool. Okay, now let me get this little gadget here. I'm gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna add my tomato paste. Let me stir this around. So this is the tomato paste. We're gonna add the whole little can of tomato paste. So are y'all having a good day today? It's actually pretty outside. I went out early this morning, and it was right chilly in a way, but I thought it felt great to me. But with all this rain we've had, our yard is so saturated, it looks almost like a river. So, okay, so that's my tomato paste. Now I'm going to add the tomato sauce. Put my tomato sauce in there. I'm trying to get every little drop. And then you do not drain your petite diced tomatoes. So we're going to add all of that. Get all of those over there. Okay. And I'm actually going to stir this around before I add anything else. Stir it really, really well. And then I'm going to add my pack of the seasoning mix for the cowboy chili. And this takes the whole pack. Stir it well. I got a feeling it's going to have a little bit of a bite to it. I can smell the chili. So we're going to add that. Okay. Next, I'm going to add my beer. Half a cup isn't going to hurt us, y'all. So we're going to add the beer. I can definitely smell it, though. But the alcohol is going to definitely cook out. Okay, and then now, whoops, sorry, I forgot to open that can. I'm adding some beef broth instead of water, but I am going to add some water. So I'm over here to see if I can get my water in my can. So, add all of that together. Give you a peek at it. Now, it's going to have to simmer and, sort of slow cook here for about 3 hours, actually. Now, what I've done is I have taken some navy beans, and I've drained them, and I've rinsed them off, and I'm going to dump those in there. Like I said, it says chili. It doesn't say chili beans, but you can make this any way you want to. And this will be a big pot for Melvin to be able to take some to work. And now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go ahead and add my pinto beans. I made the taco soup the other day, and it was awesome. Really good. There was nothing left of it. Again, we want to strain these, rinse these off. Which, these weren't the unsalted, so I'm just going to add my pintos, okay? Stir them in there. And I'll put my pot over there so you can see. Let me get my mess out of the way. So that you can actually see what I have going on here. So, well, it said, yeah, use the pickled jalapeno slices, and I didn't have that. So anyway, what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna bring it back up to a boil, and then it has to heat and simmer for 3 hours at least. So let me get this over here. Let me find me some pot holders here, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Can you see it? So that's what it's going to look like, and it's going to take about 3 hours for it to slow cook and get all those juices mixed together and all that good stuff. And so I'll come back in a little while when it's done and show you the finished product. And I wish some of you guys were here. I don't know who all's on here, but there's 5 of you. So thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Again, this is the only way I'm going to drink a beer. Let's put it in my food. So Melvin gets the rest of that. But it does call for the 1/4 cup of beer. This is our Cowboy Chili Seasoning Mix. They're $5 a piece. And you can actually bundle them. You can get 3 for... You're right, Vicki. That would be good on a dreary day. So I'm just starting a little bit early. I'm letting Melvin fixing this so Melvin can take a couple of days with him to work. But this is also gluten-free. So if y'all know people that are gluten intolerant, we have so many mixes that are gluten-free. That would be great for them to be able to use. And then we also have a lot of sugar-free, garlic-free, parsley-free, salt-free. And then no product that we have has MSG. So they're really good. And like I said, you can either buy these 1 for $5, 2 for $10, or 3 for $12 when you bundle. And you go to Kitcheneez.com. That's KITCHENEEZ.com. And if you purchase $25 or more before the end of August, you can actually enroll as a kitchen consultant for free. And put in the coupon code Doris and then P-E-A-Y, my last name, in lowercase letters all together. And you'll get a 5% discount off your total purchase. And you can still sign up as a kitchen consultant. And then after that, you'll be getting 30% off any personal purchase you make. Or if you have people that come on your free website and purchase from you, then you'll make 30%. And doing these live shows like this, I'm just doing it because I really like to. I just like to do it. It's fun. But also when you do up to 9 a month, you can earn 10 free mixes for every 3 live events you do. So you can do live events like I'm doing now. You can do a vendor event, or whatever, like a home show event, which right now most people are doing them virtually. But anyway, you can earn free mixes. So I've got this on the stove. It's starting to boil. I'm going to put a top on it, and I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer, and then I'll come back to you and show you the finished product. If you want to, come on up here. Let's have some dinner together. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please share. I'd like to build my following up just so that, just for some fun. But these mixes also, let me say, are so simple and easy. Anybody that can read can put these together. My husband is not a good cook, trust me. We wouldn't die and starve, but he's not a very good cook. So he can do this. If you have college students or children that you trust in the kitchen, we have some really more simple than this. If you don't want to mess with knives and things, cutting up vegetables. But we have so many things. Later, I'm going to be making it's a peach. I'm going to make a smoothie out of it. But we have, different types of things. Our price points are from $5, $6, or $8. And, like on the $5 mixes, you can bundle them in bundles of 3 and get them for less, for like $12. So you're saving money. It tells you exactly what you need on the back of each package to prepare it. It tells you how to put it together and everything. So, it's so simple. So try it. Give it a try. Anyway, I will be back on here probably about 3.5 hours. And I hope you'll join me so you can see what the finished product looks like. Have a great day. It's a beautiful Sunday. Get out and enjoy it. It's supposed to rain the rest of the week. Bye.